I once ate raw pig intestines to get trichinosis to heal my digestion, so naturally people look to me for health advice, and I'm here to answer 10 of your questions. Casey, what about your insulin levels? Are you spiking them with all the fruit? Love your channel, bro. Yes, I am, and that's good. It's a good thing. For some reason, when the low carb movement started, they needed something to latch onto to make the gullible freaks like you buy into. So it's low insulin is the best thing ever. If you look at nature, all the foods that would appeal to us, fruits, vegetables, kind of starchy yums like rice, beans, and potatoes, sweet potatoes, they're all carbohydrate rich, and it's normal to eat these foods. Blood sugar goes up, insulin comes in, takes it into the cell, comes down. After 2 hours, we're good to go. You shouldn't really care about that. Like, for some reason, people think insulin's bad and then they want to keep it at the lowest amount possible. So you could do that by drinking oil, and your insulin levels would stay steady and you'd die of rickets. No one cares. Like, insulin's good. Spike it, drop it down. Just measure your blood sugar 2 hours after you're done eating, and if it's back down to normal, you're good to go. The funny thing is, if you eat a high protein meal, your sugar spikes for much longer. It's way longer than 2 hours. It's like a 15-hour raised blood sugar insulin event. So protein is where you should be hiding from. I stick with the sentence. And last thing about insulin, fruit is usually roughly 50% fructose, which needs no insulin. So it's just straight to the liver, boom, digested, quick. No, it does not turn into fat. Where's my flubber fat then? Where is it? This little skin flap? Didn't think so. So, like, safest for diabetics? All fruit. Take that. Casey, have you ever looked into the work of Andreas Moritz? He wrote the book Amazing Liver and Gallbladder Flush. I've done many of these flushes with great results. I'd love to hear your take on this. Thanks, my friend. Love this. Stop compliment sandwiching me. I have looked into it. I've read the book. I've done his liver flush and the Zen Cleanse liver flush. Here's my take. You cannot deny that people seem to get results. I've seen many stories of people who, like, they were suffering with depression and like nothing was working. They do a liver flush. They feel a little better. They keep doing them. They feel better and better. They get addicted to it. It is a cult. The liver flush cult is a thing. And you get into it. I just say that because I see these people where it's like 90 flushes later, they say, like, I'm just getting started. I'm still removing stones. Like, this is a lifelong thing. I don't think it should be. Something's off with that. Drinking a cup of oil is bad. It's just bad. It's too stimulative. Write it down. It's a very intense experience to drink so much oil and then ask your liver to produce all the bile it could ever muster that it's been saving for 10 years and just dump it all. It's too intense. It's not needed. It is a cult. It scares me, but some people get great results on it. I can't deny it. I don't like it. It doesn't resonate with my vibe. We love you, Vegetable Police. Thank you for that awesome content. By the way, I have a question. Are you planning to do any of the other Zen cleanses? Would love to know about the one for the lungs. That's the one I am actually quite curious about. It was just a myth until they just released it, so I might do it. It's like a 28-day thing. I have to look into what you actually have to do. It might just be like drinking a bottle of this every day and you're good to go. But I smoked weed for like 14 years. I can feel with tobacco. Oh, God. Like, imagine that. All the tar and formaldehyde and crap in tobacco. So I still have some healing to do on the lungs. They feel pretty good. It's not like I'm in pain or mucusy all the time. It's just, I feel I probably need to do some work. And breathing is number one, apparently. I put diet on many pedestals. But like, breathing is the key to life. You can only go 17 minutes without oxygen. I will demonstrate it right now. So I'll probably order one through someone else's affiliate links, and then you will order one through mine to complete the circle of life. And I'll let you know all about it. I still have another Zen cleanse. I'm probably going to wait till sometime late March or April. Then I'll do another one, get out more mucoid plaque. Can't believe it's still coming out. Wow. Whatever. It'll benefit me. Are we differentiating mucoid plaque from just old waste? Because in your juice fast, you undeniably released a lot of old waste, correct? I did. Whether there's a specific mucoid structure doesn't really matter to me as long as there's old stuff that shouldn't be in there coming out, and that's what matters. I agree with you. Nobody knows what we're doing with like titling it mucoid plaque. Could be anything. There's bound to be old stuff in there. Even if it's just like a thin layer across your whole digestive tract that's just not good, it's harboring parasites, and then you remove it. Whatever it is called, mucoid plaque, old hamburgers, cheese, most likely it's cheese. Just call it cheese plaque. We're good to go. Just call it whatever you want. It smells bad. Really glad that I followed you channel. Did you still in no salt diet too? I do not consume addictive properties made by Satan. I think salt is a pretty much guaranteed poison. I'm not on board. There's many opinions. There's very healthy people eating salt. That's fine by them. I find it addictive, and I don't feel good. And when I have to drink the waters of mysterious natures the next day, I don't want them being salty. I don't deserve that. I find people use salt to make foods that probably shouldn't be eaten taste better. Like lots of greens in a salad, you make a salty dressing and all of a sudden, oh wow, greens are the best. Try your plain green salad. Just try this. Chop up a bunch of lettuce with cilantro and dandelion, and then just eat that. That's not a salad that you'll be telling your friends about without the salt. Salt is very dehydrating. It's by definition the salt. Just pour it on a slug, and the slug will swear at you. Proven by science. Hey Casey, I have a question for you. Do animals need toilet paper? I think not. And when we go 100% fruit, neither do we. Clean, clean, clean. What do you think? Whenever I need a laugh, I always watch you. No compliment sandwiches here, buddy. In my opinion, I use a bum hose, and I don't care about what's down there. That's just the reality. I have no idea if I'm a no wiper or not. Right now, I just spray and run. I run out of the bathroom. I've had many, just close your ears for the next 27 seconds. I've had many times where it's like nothing wipe, fantastic. I've had other times where it's like there's no amount of toilet paper in the world that could get whatever just came out of my ass off my outer ass. Carnivore diet, the mud baths there, it was so sticky and just like, I traveled once and I forgot my bum hose. It's going to be longer than 27 seconds that you have to plug something in there. I had no bum hose. I have a portable one that I bring, and I was like, oh my God, I forgot that. I was on the carnivore diet, just nothing but rotisserie chickens and avocados. I couldn't believe, I couldn't wipe it off. I had to shower after every bowel movement, and sometimes there were like 4 bowel movements. Imagine those showers. So I'm in the shower, it ain't working. It's a nightmare. So carnivores, I've heard carnivores say there's no wipe too, so whatever. You do you. In my body, chickens turn into mud. I ain't here for it. I have the same spiralizer, bought it when I visited Toronto 4 years ago. It was so cheap, and it's awesome. I was thinking of getting an electric one because I do enjoy these zucchini pastas, and it's real pain in the ass. It takes probably 10 minutes. I'm sitting there, but it's a workout. You get a little shoulder burn. It's not bad. And then you get an electric one. It's going to be more to wash. You got to plug it in, this giant thing in your corner. No, thank you. Do you also consider pink Himalayan salt as poisonous? Is there salt in its name? Yeah. There's levels. Like the worst would probably be just refined salt with added glass or aluminum, whatever they're doing to trick the freaks out there into eating poison. Here's chemtrails in the salt. Oops, we forgot. So there's like levels to it, and then there's like the iodized salt. I don't know, some people are deficient in iodine. You might feel better eating that. I'd rather go for some Irish sea moss, like my man Sebi. You know what I mean? He's dead. Uh-oh. So salt, yeah. Himalayan and Celtic sea salt are better because they have some minerals, but it's like 99% sodium chloride. Hell, you drink enough of it, your body flushes the gates like hell. Satan's doors just opened to let someone bad out. And it's so nasty tasting, those salt flushes. Satan's flush. But I'll be honest with you, Josh X, I look up to him a lot. He recommends Himalayan salt. Lou Corona, a dash or two, Himalayan salt. What's the guy? Shane Sterling, Raw Vegan Rising, Himalayan salt, all up the yin yang. Healthier than I am, so listen to them. But it's poison. It's poison. I watched a video on YouTube, a guy that created a bowel obstruction from doing too much Metamucil. I think it's a psyllium. It becomes very tough and rubbery. He actually did surgery to remove it. Some things can absorb many times their own weight in water and stuff. That's what I figured out the ropey stuff was. I saw that video too. How come you didn't go into the details that he made like liters and liters of it? It was like pounds of Metamucil, and then like that wasn't enough for him, and he was pouring it on peanut butter sandwiches, just eating it dry. Like, it's such an extreme example of somebody trying to get mucoid plaque out. Like, who cares? And a doctor uploaded it. Do you even believe the story? I doubt it ever happened. The problem is that the liver binds up toxins in fat, and this is a long process to break all that down, especially now that it has been discovered vitamin A is actually quite toxic. Oh God, it has not been discovered. One guy had a theory that vitamin A is toxic, and I do believe it is. From liver, the retinol, too high, terrible. Something happens in our body, we can't get rid of it. It builds up, bad news. Polar bear liver has killed people because it's so high in vitamin A. But again, everybody always say, okay, now beta-carotene can be converted into vitamin A, so beta-carotene's also toxic, which you go on to lie about. There's no way. The body would not make enough vitamin A that would poison itself from beta-carotene. It's a precursor for you to decide how much you need of. So you eat a cantaloupe, it's like, okay, thanks for the beta-carotene. I'm going to make a little bit of vitamin A from that and then make your face orange. Huh, take that. It's never going to be like, oh no, okay, this is killing me. I'm going to make polar bear liver amounts of vitamin A. I'm so sorry. I can't stop. It's so fun to make these molecules. Come on, man. Vitamin A, everybody benefits from beta-carotene. Your mom would. Yeah. Whenever anybody tells you that vitamin A is toxic, know that there's one guy in the world, and he's currently eating nothing but beef, white rice, and cauliflower in a left-brained, deranged movement, just theorizing that vitamin A and beta-carotene in all forms are toxic, so he will avoid any fruit with any color in it. I'm going on the diet. Nothing but bananas, rice, and cauliflower. It's my next diet. I'm writing a book. Do you think you will ever do a water fast again, Casey? I am fruitarian and aiming to do one this year myself to level up further. I do keep striving for one. I was just about to do another one, but I've done too many in a row. I did a 36-hour, a 64-hour, and then an 89-hour. Too close together, and my body's like, no more, wait a bit, gotta build up. So I'm just gonna build a little bit with fruit, of course. Get a little fatter somehow, even though it's physically impossible. And then I do want to do a longer one, maybe like a 7-day or something, with mystery waters included, or a dry fast. I don't know, I got inspired by that Fasting with Trevor guy. I'll leave a link down below. He did a 20-day dry fast. He's done multiple of them. I really want to try something like that. Just not that long, because he moved to a lake. He's like inhaling fresh dew from frickin' Nicaragua or wherever he is. I'm not on that level. I'm in like a heated, dry apartment. It's not going to work, but I do want to fast more and longer because I feel like that's the only way to truly heal. All right, last question. I'm an experienced water faster, so I could do a water fast instead of juice fast leading up to this. He's talking about the Zen cleanse, of course, the colon cleanse. Does juice have a stronger cleansing effect than water, do you think? Here's my opinion. If you're gonna do the Zen cleanse, it would benefit you most to make sure your colon is empty. So whatever you have to do, I find when I do water fasts, I don't move the bowels. Whereas when I do juice fast, things are flushing. I'm emptying the cavity. Because if you take all this Zen cleanse and the enzymes and you have a meal in you, it's just gonna like digest that meal instead of working on the old matter that's definitely in there. Proven by Scientology experts. So I would do juice fast for at least 2 days leading up to it. Then you'll get the most benefits, even though they don't recommend that themselves. They say, oh, you could just do whatever, eat light. I think you're spending that amount of money, get your money's worth and like really flush the canals and then go hard and then also follow it with juice fast for a little bit. Get any residuals. You know what I mean? I've helped so many people today. Some of them are going to die from my advice, but it's not a bad thing. We all got to pass on. You know what I mean? Why don't you pass on a thumb up down there? Thumbs down if you are drinking a mouse fur smoothie. Sure, there's a lot of protein in a mouse fur smoothie, but okay, the mouse didn't die. I get it. You're still vegan. But like, it's a scratchy, tasteless item. Mice are fast. How would you even shave one? You think you could catch one? You'd have to lure it with food, and then it would build trust with you, and then you shave it, and it's like, oh, what was that all about? And you'd have to convince it that it benefit. I'm going to leave. Thank you for watching. Don't do it. Mice boy. Subscribe for more videos.